Hey guys, ET and here from Sunbros, and it's time for another Hero Quick Look video, and today we're going to be talking about Zephys. Zephys is a class warrior assassin, and his role is mobility. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner, his stats are pretty much even keel across the board. Zephys' passive is Unwavering Death. Every 3% of HP loss grants damage reduction. His first ability, Death Rift, Zephys lunges forward, dealing damage to all enemies along the path, and his next normal attack is given extra damage and reduces movement speed of the enemy. Zephys' second ability, Death's Flurry, Zephys unleashes a series of rapid attacks, dealing damage and healing himself for each enemy hero hit. And last but not least, Zephys' ultimate, Death from Above, Zephys attacks from above, dealing damage to enemies in the target area and knocking them into the air. Enemies hit are inflicted with the Thunder Crash debuff and take additional damage when hit by Zephys' normal attacks and abilities. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to Zephys' pros and cons. We're going to start with the pros, which is what you're going to want to take advantage of. These are Zephys' strengths you're going to want to focus on if you're playing as him, and things you're going to want to avoid if you're playing against him. Pro number one for Zephys is that he's naturally tanky. Not only does he get a 1% damage reduction for every 3% of his health lost via his passive Unwavering Death, but he also gets to heal himself with his second ability, Death's Flurry, for every enemy hero hit. Zephys, simply put, is really hard to kill, and the less health he gets, the tankier he becomes. So he's actually extremely deceiving to be able to go onto a Zephys with low health thinking you're going to kill him, and he just takes less damage than he did originally. Zephys' second pro is that he has incredible mobility. Between his first ability, Death Rift, that has a pretty nice dash or lunge as it says here, and can be casted repeatedly once it gets to level 6, it's such a low cooldown, and his ultimate, Death from Above, that is a pretty nice jump in and of itself. At max level 3 has a 12-second cooldown. And pro number 3 is kind of an addition between pro number 1 and 2, because his natural tankiness and incredible mobility make Zephys a phenomenal escape artist. Because Zephys is so tanky and has that dash up every 3 seconds, along with a jump from his ult, which is a very low cooldown also, Zephys' ability to escape situations in which he's about to die is really one of the best in the game. And kind of a extra little pro point for you is that Zephys has really good crowd control. His ultimate with the knockup and his slow from his first ability on that auto attack, Zephys is really good at chasing down targets, getting away from targets, and all of the above. Now we're going to move on to Zephys' weaknesses, which are things that you're going to want to steer clear of if you're playing as Zephys, and things you're going to want to focus on if you're playing against him. Number 1, Zephys can be pretty susceptible to crowd control. Kind of like any assassin-ish or off-tank-ish hero, Zephys doesn't have any ability to remove any sort of crowd control effects, making him susceptible to it when he gets into the thick of things there like he tends to do. If he gets crowd controlled once after another, he can be bursted down and killed. Not super easy because of how tanky he gets when he gets low health, but it's definitely one of his biggest weaknesses. Next con is that he doesn't really provide you with elite damage. Unlike Wukong, who's more assassin than warrior, Zephys is much more warrior than assassin. So while he's much more tanky than Wukong, he doesn't quite provide you with the same burst damage or to the same damage levels overall. And the third and last con is that even though Zephys is probably a top 3 to top 5 hero in the game, Xanis, who's a bottom 3 to bottom 5 hero in the game, has a much cooler skin. Obviously, I'm struggling to find a third con for such a strong hero as Zephys, but also let's literally discuss the injustice that is the fact that Xanis has one of the coolest skins in the game, and he's kind of a trash hero, while Zephys is dope and doesn't really have any skins that make me want to go out and buy them. But Zephys is a great hero for you guys. He's kind of hard to master in my opinion, but he's definitely one of the strongest heroes in the game. So if you want to be playing as a warrior, the way I kind of look at it is Wukong is more the assassin mobility jungler, Zephys is more of the off-tank mobility jungler. Together they make a nice little combination, but if you want to be a little more tanky than maybe Wukong has to offer, then Zephys might be your guy. Guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and as always, check out our other Hero Quick Look videos. Check out the Sunbros channel for our latest top 5s, and of course our How to Play Arena of Valor, and of course our How to Play Arena of Valor playlist. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, till next time.